As we transition from environmental hazards like mold and moisture, we now expand into the physical integrity of the property itself, where the ground beneath the home, the systems within it, and the boundaries surrounding it all play a critical role in risk management. These inspections go beyond surface-level observations and move into long-term stability, safety, and legal exposure. In today's real estate environment, understanding these inspections is essential to protecting both the client and the transaction. Geologic considerations are often overlooked, but can present some of the most significant long-term risks. Depending on the property's location and history, a geotechnical inspection may be necessary to evaluate soil stability, potential landslide risks, earthquake fault lines, or even contamination from prior land use, such as underground storage tanks. These issues are not always visible, but can have serious implications for structural integrity and property value. The purpose of a geologic inspection is to determine whether the land itself can safely support the structure. A geotechnical engineer will evaluate soil conditions, past geological activity, and potential hazards that could affect the property over time. For example, a home built on unstable soil may experience foundation movement, cracking, or even structural failure. From a legal standpoint, if such risks are known and not disclosed, they may be considered material facts under AAC R4281101, requiring disclosure. In most cases, the buyer pays for specialized inspections such as geological reports, but this is always negotiable within the contract. This ties directly into earlier discussions about inspections and due diligence. The responsibility to investigate ultimately falls on the buyer, but the responsibility to disclose known issues remains with the seller and agent. Moving from the ground to the systems within the home, heating, air conditioning, and plumbing systems also play a key role in property evaluation. While buyers may not always request inspections of these systems unless issues are apparent, they can significantly impact the property's functionality and value. If an inspection is conducted and a system is found to be inoperable, it is typically the seller's responsibility to repair the issue, depending on the terms of the contract. Land surveys represent another critical component of due diligence, particularly when property boundaries are unclear or disputed. Surveys may be required by lenders, title companies, or local authorities, and are commonly used when building improvements, subdividing land, or verifying encroachments. A survey provides a visual and legal representation of the property boundaries, easements, and any encroachments that may affect ownership or use. Consider a practical example. A buyer purchases a property and later discovers that a neighboring fence encroaches several feet onto their land. Without a prior survey, this issue was not identified during the transaction. This situation can lead to legal disputes, title complications, and additional costs, highlighting the importance of proper due diligence before closing. Pool and spa inspections introduce another layer of safety and functionality concerns. These inspections evaluate not only the operational components, such as pumps, filters, and heaters, but also safety features like fencing, electrical placement, and drainage systems. Given the potential liability associated with pools, particularly regarding safety hazards, these inspections can be critical in certain transactions. A thorough pool inspection typically includes evaluating placement and protection, vessel condition, and equipment operation. Inspectors will assess structural integrity, surface conditions, and the functionality of all mechanical components. The resulting report provides both a snapshot of current conditions and guidance for future maintenance, helping buyers make informed decisions. Finally, structural inspections bring everything together by evaluating the integrity of the property itself. These inspections focus on critical components such as the foundation, walls, roof, floors, and support structures. Structural issues are among the most serious concerns in real estate as they directly impact safety, habitability, and long-term value. From a legal perspective, structural defects are almost always considered material facts. Failure to disclose known structural issues can result in significant liability for both the seller and the agent. This ties back to key case law such as Hill v. Jones, 1986, reinforcing the duty to disclose conditions that are not readily observable but materially affect the property. As we move into the next section, we will shift from physical property risks into broader legal concerns, including fraud, misrepresentation, and predatory practices. The common thread throughout this course remains clear. Whether environmental, structural, or legal, the agent's role is to identify risks, recommend appropriate action, and ensure full transparency. Because in real estate, what really matters is not just the transaction, it is the protection of everyone involved. Online discussion. Why are geologic inspections important even when no visible issues exist on a property? Answer: because underlying soil conditions, fault lines, or contamination may not be visible but can significantly impact structural stability and long-term property value. How can a land survey prevent legal disputes after closing? Answer: a survey identifies property boundaries, easements, and encroachments, helping prevent conflicts with neighboring properties and ensuring accurate ownership understanding. Why are structural issues considered material facts in real estate transactions? Answer: because they directly affect the safety, habitability, and value of the property, requiring disclosure under AAC, R4 281101, and common law principles.